Hey everyone, Tactics here with the first set of updates to the PTR regarding 9.1, the Chains of Domination. There aren't a ton of changes in this update, as I mentioned before. There's definitely going to be more in the coming weeks, but what we do have is actually pretty interesting. Remember though, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to be notified when I post more Warcraft content, and let's get started with some single target buffs to Havoc Demon Hunter. So here we have their Demon's Bite, which is their generator, their Demon Blade, which is the talent that replaces that generator, and then Chaos Strike and Annihilation, which is just Chaos Strike and Metamorphosis, all increased by 15% damage. Now these spells combined all make up a very, very large portion of Havoc Demon Hunter's damage in single target, which is something they've been notoriously weak for this entire expansion so far. So this is definitely a very, very good thing for Havoc, despite their current talent that they're running, Unbound Chaos, getting a slight nerf. Honestly, as a Havoc Demon Hunter, you take these cleave nerfs for single target buffs every single day of the week. Right now, they are very, very good at cleave and not so great at single target, so trading off some of that cleave power for more single target power is very good, and honestly could secure them a raid spot in the coming tier. Moving on, we also have some rogue buffs. Particularly the Subtlety, although Feint is having a 1-second duration increase, which is a nice little quality of life thing, not too big a deal there. But for Subtlety, so Shuriken Storm now also has a 15% additional crit chance. Black Powder's damage per combo point was increased by 33%, but then it had its Find Weakness additional damage reduced to 40% from 50%. So a little nerf to that, but I think in total, if you're doing high combo point Black Powder, it's going to be a net damage increase. Shadow Techniques triggers more frequently. Backstab damage increased by 20%. This is okay, but I mean, half the time they're not using backstab to generate combo points, right? Because they'll be in their stealth windows. And then the Gloomblade talent is increased by 20%. In general, unfortunately, at a first glance, this doesn't look like it's going to be enough to make Subtlety relevant at all in PvE. Obviously, I believe it's a pretty good PvP spec right now. But in terms of PvE, I mean, it really doesn't bring anything that the other two specs don't, right? If you want big single target or even two target damage, then I believe Assassination is the way to go. It does really big damage there. And if you want to cleave, then Outlaw is the way to go. I mean, what Subtlety used to have was its funnel damage, and that was back in Uldir in Battle for Azeroth, and since then they really just haven't had anything that differentiates them from the other rogue specs that they can say is their thing. And so at least for now, I think Subtlety is still a little bit behind the other rogue specs and is not going to get used. Aside from that, we have this here, new dungeon teleports, Hero's Path of Shadowlands. So completing each mythic keystone dungeon at level 20 on time will grant an achievement and a teleport to the completed dungeon's entrance with an 8-hour cooldown that resets after completing a key. So they're basically bringing back the challenge mode teleports from Mists of Pandaria, and just giving this as an extra incentive to complete plus 20 keys, which honestly I'm super happy about. This is great. This is a fantastic start for rewarding people for pushing higher keys. I'm hopeful that as Shadowlands moves on, maybe not 9.1, maybe 9.2, they start increasing those rewards, giving you maybe more different cosmetics, maybe allowing you to upgrade your gear to a level that both PvP and raids can. Just something like that for pushing higher keys. But this is honestly a great start, and frankly, any kind of benefit for pushing high keys, I'm happy, I'm down with. So this is just a great change for me, and I'm happy to see this going in. Aside from this, all these PvP changes though, there were some more legendaries going in. Again, I'm not going to cover those in these videos. I'm probably going to be doing a full legendary overview when they're all released. Right now, they're just kind of being slowly released. So when that happens, I will go over all of the legendaries for you guys just to have it condensed into one video. But aside from that, that's pretty much it for this week's PTR changes. So if you want to keep up to date with everything happening in 9.1, make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I'll be putting out weekly videos, and of course I will be putting out more comprehensive videos like I just mentioned on things like legendaries, soulbind changes and stuff as we get closer to 9.1 coming out. I'll also be streaming all of the raid testing, which is actually happening I think the day this video comes out. Yeah, we have Soul Render, Dormazane, and the 9, but I'll be streaming every week the raid testing on my Twitch at Tactics, so feel free to drop by and see what the Sanctum of Domination is all about. That's all for now though, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.